Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Summer Monet. I talk about manifestation, self-development, anything along the lines of spirituality. How are you guys doing today? I am really excited to share with you guys the energy that we can expect during this beautiful super moon coming to us on July 13th in the sign of Capricorn. This full moon is called the buck moon also, and I'm really excited for it because I know we are in Cancer season, but that earth energy, just something about it just feels like us understanding the steps that we need to take, us being more grounded in that, us being more grounded in our dreams, and even being grounded on transformation, because when we're in transformation, things are just moving around a lot. That can cause a lot of anxiety because we're in the unknown. But this Capricorn energy is going to ground us and remind us that it's about practicality as well, as long as with this Cancer energy of working with home, family, and even self-reflection is going to be the big keys here for this full moon. So before we get started though in today's video, I do want to remind you guys that if you are ever looking for a full moon reading, you can always check the link in the description box below, and that's going to lead you to my Wizio. So I am going to share with you guys the link below of the article that I'm going to be reading from today and just give you a little bit of background about this buck full moon. So it states that the July full moon gets its name from the actual bucks, which are male deers, and essentially it's about their antlers being full growth mode at this time. It does say that bucks shed and regrow their antlers each year, producing a larger and more impressive set as the years go by. So now think about your own personal life, right? What's something that you feel like you are always growing into or constantly shedding, but it continues to grow bigger and bigger? For me, I'm going to say personally, it's my mindset. I feel like right now where I am in my life, versus where I was 6 months ago in Capricorn season, and with this Capricorn full moon now, I do feel that I am at this, if you will say, my cup is full, because again, we're talking about the full moon, right? We're not in a new moon phase. The full moon phase, just think about the cup is full, and we have to release some things that don't necessarily align to where we want to go. So what in your full growth right now are you looking to release so that you can create more space for growth in your life, right? For me, it's going to be my mindset. I feel like I am now shedding off some negative self-talk. I'm going to be really transparent about that. I'm also going to be releasing any negative mindsets or limiting beliefs in my life, because honestly, guys, I'm going to share with you today, as I'm filming this, so many good things are coming into my life today, and today's the first day that I decided I'm going to feel good. I'm not going to tell myself that victim mentality and story. So, and I just think it's so interesting that that's what the book is about, right? It's about regrowth. It's about growing into bigger and better. So my question for you before we really start today's video is, what is that for you? What is it that you want to give your focus to? And, again, aligning this to the Cancer energy of home, environment, and love, even self-reflection. Think about that and how you want to grow those even more also. It also states that the full moon in Capricorn is opposite the sun and Mercury in Cancer. This is its axis that describes our home lives, career, family, nurturing environments, and structures. It also states that Cancer energy will tell you to stay home and rest. She also states that the message is to know when it's time to slow down and enjoy the moment and remember the important things in life. Let your mind, body, and soul rest. I know Cancer season is about resting. It's about sitting. It's more of a still energy. Honestly, it is. So you may be noticing you're a little bit more tired, especially around a full moon, or even you may find that you're having sleepless nights because the moon is going to be the brightest in the sky, right? So I just want us right now to use the both powers and energies of the Cancer and the Capricorn to sit with ourselves, to reflect, to rest, but also to create a plan, to be more practical about how we want to get to where we want to be, right? Like for me, it's okay. For me, being more practical, it's like, okay, what am I going to do when a negative thought comes up? What am I going to do when I'm not speaking so nice to myself, right? So those are the ways that you're going to be able to change your life. It's to notice when something is happening and how can you change that from happening again, or how can you be better at it the next time this does happen. So that's just a little bit of the backstory of our full moon in this buck full moon era or season, if you will. Today though, I was able to pick a couple of cards for us so that we were able to understand this guidance of our full moon experience, because we are, as the collective, are feeling it all. We may not be feeling it all in the same areas of our life. So, look to see where Capricorn and Cancer is in your birth chart, and you'll be able to see where this energy is going to be affecting you, okay? But another thing also that I am going to share with you is use this time to clean out. We just had summer solstice, right? And I still believe that it's the energy of transition. So if you can clean out, like get rid of clothes right now that may no longer serve you. Maybe get rid of, papers or documents, or maybe get rid of the things that you thought, or the plan that you thought was going to work for you, and start anew. Use the full moon to start something new. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. You want to let go of things to create the space for new things to come into your life. So you will have to demolish things in order for new things to come into your life. So do that. Be the dictator of your life. Be the victor of your life. No longer be the victim to your circumstances, and trust and believe that you can manifest with moon cycles, because you absolutely can. It's just about working with those energies specifically in the areas of your life that it's showing you to bring the work to. Today, I was able to pull from my Moonology deck, and the first card that came out, I have to be really honest, I only picked 3. I really was talking to Spirit, like, what do we need to know as a collective right now to get through this phase for us to get to our destiny and to be where we want to be? And the first card is communication is key, and it's the new moon in Gemini. All right, it's a blue card, so it's blue purple. I'm going to say throat chakra. And I'm also going to say third eye chakra, intuition. And what I really want to share with you is communicate with yourself, communicate to source, communicate with others. How is it that you want to navigate? If it's your home environment, because we are in that Cancer energy, how can you communicate more with the people who live in your home? How can you communicate more with the people in your working environment? How can you communicate more with yourself when you are in your self-reflection, or when you're at the end of your day and you want to see your thoughts on paper? How is it that you're able to use all of these beneficial acts in your life to be able to understand others a little bit better also? Right? I think another thing this card is just sharing with me, it's like, maybe this is for someone specifically that's watching right now, but say it with your chest. That's really what I want to say. Just say it with your chest. Be authentic with your word. Remember that your words are charged with prospering power. So use that to your advantage. Okay. Communication is key. So, another thing I want to say is, to whoever this is for out there, stop saying the same old story. You know what I mean? Like, what's the new story that you want to create in your life? What's that new photo of life that you want life to give to you? And communicate that to Spirit, because they are listening all of the time. I promise you that. So do that. Even communicate with other people who may be able to be the missing piece to your puzzle. You know what I mean? Because they say it takes a village to raise a kid, and it takes the same village to allow that adult to continue to grow and prosper. You still will need people to help you get to where you want to be. So just remember that, communicate, be more ease at this time, because I know that full moon, it's a time where a lot of people can have a lot of agitation or aggravation, because I always share with you guys, think of the full moon as a bottled soda, and you're shaking it up so much, right, that it has to burst, right? It's just like word vomit, if you will. So arguments are kind of a thing around this time, but use the energy of your spiritual and self-awareness to be more calm and at ease when you are expressing yourself to people. Be authentic and true with your word. Now, the next card that we did get is also in the sign of Gemini, in the full moon in Gemini, and the card states, the answers you need are coming. Okay. I'm always, going to be very truthful with you guys. In my life, I have been feeling like, God, I need my answers, but I feel like as though I have been given my answer. I have been. And I feel as though with this Capricorn energy, I now need to use the plan. I now need to take action and do those things. So if you feel as though the answers haven't gotten to you just yet, don't worry, they definitely are on its way to you, but you have to ask in order to be given. When you ask for clarity, when you ask universe, God, to give you something, you have to be able to see the subtlety of it, right? It's not going to be loud. Sometimes it's very loud. Sometimes it's very silent. But when you feel something in your gut, in your intuition, right? Because we have that purple energy here. When you feel that, I need you to take that inspired action and let it lead you to your destiny. Let it lead you to your miracles. But I just think that we need to stop being so fixated on when is it going to come to me, right? Like, don't do that. Just trust and believe that it is going to come to you. Trust and believe that in your confusion, it brings clarity. And I think that's really what Spirit wants to let us know during this time. It's like, yes, rest, be in your feminine energy, because that's when things come to you, versus being in your masculine energy, like the Aries, like the fire sign, right? Or even the air sign energy. Even though this is an air card, I want you to think about also the energy that we're in, which is Cancer right now. So be more in your feminine, be open to see how universe is going to provide for you, be excited to see it, don't be desperate, just be like, wow, I'm excited to see how Spirit is going to bring this to me today. Or, I always share with you guys, ask for a sign. It could be something very specific, like show me a turtle, show me a dolphin, show me this if I'm meant to take this next step in my life, and let it go. You know what I mean? Don't be so tight on it, because when you're tight on something, that shows the universe you don't trust that it's going to provide for you. So always be at ease is really what I want to share with you for these last two cards. Be at ease and just trust that everything's going to work out and everything is on its way for you to figure it out to get to where you want to be. And the last card that we did get, it's in the full moon in Taurus, another earth energy, and it states, your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, so you know where you want to go, which is fantastic. Even if you don't know where you want to go, that's fantastic also. But what systems do you want to create in your life? Manifestation, yes, you can receive things fast, but it's always about how can you keep these things in your life also, right? And how we're able to keep things in our life is maintaining this frequency, this alignment with it. But the only way to do that is if you have a system, if you have a plan, if you have a specific habit that will allow you to maintain this momentum of receiving what you want to receive. So have your dreams, have your big dreams, but break them down into steps also. Let's say you want to run in the marathon, right? What are some practical steps you can take? Eating better, right? Going for more walks and runs, maybe communicating with other people who have done marathons so you could gain a perspective of that. There's always going to be micro steps that we can take in our life that lead us to where we want to be. And Spirit is just saying, all right, you know where you want to go. How do you want to really get there? And I think this is the part where I want you to be creative, but also being really realistic as well, because we know it. Capricorn is a very realistic sign. It's like it loves to plan, it loves to organize, right? So organize your life. You want to end this year at, like, let's say, I don't know, $100,000, or you want to end this year off with manifesting $5,000. How are you going to actually do that? Do you want to volunteer more? I think another thing, I don't know who this is for, but I just heard it. Say yes more. Say yes when opportunities bring themselves to you. It may not have even been a part of your plan, but say yes to it. I don't know who needed to hear that, but it was so loud just now. I said, okay, I got it. I have to say it. So say yes more to life when life is leading you places, and you will be able to see. I'm reading currently right now The Surrender Experiment by Michael A. Singer. You guys know I'm always talking about that author because The Untethered Soul was life-changing, and as I'm reading The Surrender Experiment, it's even changing my life more. So I want to say to you, how can you surrender to life, right? I know sometimes when someone asks you to do something, your brain will say an answer first, but like, what does the heart really say, right? Because our brains don't really know much. It's always the heart that leads us. So say yes more, even if you feel resistant too, because I promise you, when you say yes to something you didn't think you would even do, it brings you so much more magic and miracles you couldn't have even imagined. Okay, so what I'm gonna say is be practical, have a plan, but be the Gemini also in this energy that we can see here, and duality, right? Resting when you need to rest, taking inspired action when you see the energy is there to take that action. So that's what I'm going to leave us at with our Moonology cards. And I had to pull from one of my other favorite decks, which is the Healing Mantra deck. And I said, just give me one card, okay, Spirit? The moment I said it dropped it like it was hot. And the card that we did get is Liberating Love. okay? And the mantra states, I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give, okay? And I said, you know what? I want to actually read the excerpt that this deck gives us for that card. Again, the mantra is, I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Before I even start, I feel as though I was just speaking with a friend literally before I was filming this video, and I was saying we have to remember the power of serving others, okay? We have to serve. Like, that's just something that any industry you're in right now, no matter what you do for work, the more we can give to others, the more we will be able to receive. So that's just something I felt like I had to say as well just now. The booklet states, when love is liberated, your heart remains open to all the gifts that life has to offer. As love is liberated from the emotional wounds of the human condition, it becomes easy to accept, forgive, and receive. When such actions seem exhausting, it is simply a sign that your heart doesn't feel safe enough to remain open. When this occurs, your will's freedom to embrace each tender corner of your consciousness will allow opening up to the resume. When the heart has permission to open, your love is liberated and you can shine a light into all levels of reality to awaken the truth of all. This mantra is ideal for learning how to believe in yourself, promoting self-realization, and integrating the shadow. Self-reflection. I was speaking about that with the Cancer energy. Integrating the shadow, for some reason, it reminds me of the Moon card in Tarot, which is a Cancer card, and it's about false light, it's about darkness, and it's about how can you still find the light in darkness? How can you still open up your heart chakra in the midst of it being blocked right now? How can you open up yourself into your feminine energy to be open to receiving miracles in your life? How is it that you can believe in yourself? Like, you don't believe in God, that's fine. You don't believe in spirit, that's fine. But you have to believe in something. And if that something is just yourself, then run with that. Believe in your highest vision. Believe you can have everything you want to have. Believe that, it's always up to you. And I just think that we have to know that it's always going to be up to us. Our thoughts, our patterns, our behaviors, our actions, our emotions, right? So lead with love is really what I want to finish off this reading with you today. And I just want you to remind yourself, be of service, take that rest with this Cancer energy. I mean it. I really want you to take this rest right now because Leo season is coming, okay? Leo loves to just go. So take this rest right now. We have this energy to do it. Being your feminine, so that when the energy is fire-like, when you're taking action, you're like, oh wow, I was more relaxed then. Now I see my creative energy popping off right now, right? So when you're in that zen, in that quiet energy, when you're not listening to so much noise in your head, you're able to have that silence and to receive the subtleties that life wants to offer you along your plan, along you getting your answers to it. But I feel as though right now life is also saying, be willing to give to people with whatever you do have right now, because you will have more. But do you believe you'll have more? It's something that I felt really called to share with you all right now also. So I'm going to wrap up today's video. Let me know which cards you really felt aligned to. And let me know how you're going to use this buck moon energy to manifest. I also want to share with you guys a manifestation tip for this full moon. An activity that I will be partaking in is I'm going to sleep a good amount, okay? I'm going to make sure my energy is refreshed. I want to make sure that I am free flowing. And then I'm going to write down all the things that I'm going to get rid of in my life. If it's mental baggage, if it's emotional baggage, whatever it is, if it's past things that happen that I'm holding on to or that you may be holding on to, I want you to write down how you're gonna let that go. I want you to either burn it, right? And then the next thing I want you to do is I want you to write down all the good things you're excited to receive in your life, all of them, in the next month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, whatever it is. I want you to write down on another piece of paper the things that you're excited to receive in your life. With this Capricorn energy, I want you to go outside and plant it somewhere. In the ground, in the sand, whatever earth element it is, go place it in a tree, go place it with a flower that you are growing in your home. Whatever case may be, use that earth energy to manifest it. And then I also want you guys to hydrate during this time. I just want you guys to use our elements to your benefit to manifest with this energy right now, because you can do it. I really believe in you. but I really want you to believe in yourself also and your capabilities. So I love you guys so very much. Let me know how you guys feel about today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. I continue to send my love, my light, and my grace to each of you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.